Hey, it's me, the Christine. Can I have your attention for just 1 second? This post is gonna have just a little bit of shade. Today's a little bit different than the usual vlogs that I do. I wanna talk about something that's on my heart and on my mind. So let's get started. But before we do, I'm gonna need a minute. Alright, here we are. So I'm hoping this is gonna be a mini blog. And the idea is time and how it's valuable. People always say time is money, time is worth, time is love. And I want to go through some things that have been in my heart and mind. Now my blogs are not always gonna be fun and beautiful and amazing and crazy. Sometimes they're just gonna be real. But what I'm learning most is how to face problems head on. I'm going into winter, my second winter in Oregon. I'm facing the winter blues. You can thank Hazelberry, my hairstylist, who took me to blonde, and she knew that I was looking for a way to keep myself bright and sunshiny even through the Pacific Northwest winter. Her time is money, her time is valuable, her friendship is valuable, and so that is something that has inspired me this week to speak, and not to post and be vague, but to address problems head on and come forward, express things. But the biggest thing is I hope you can learn from me, I hope I can learn from you, and I hope that by me getting my feelings out, I can learn a little bit from myself. So we're gonna talk about time management, time value, time worth, and loving people by appreciating their time. We're gonna start with the past. That's something that's ugly to get to. While we're doing that, I'm gonna put on my nails because that's what I do during every time we work together, and I'm getting better. I'm only doing one hand today, and that's the time that matters because I want to spend more time talking with all of you. As far as the past goes, I'm learning lessons, and I hope you all are too. Hope we can share. But from the past, I've learned that you cannot allow people to waste your time. People need to value your time. It's important. You are important. Your skills, your talents, your heart, everything that you have to offer are super, super important. And we all benefit from the point where we can say, I'm important, my time is important, my value is important, and you're going to appreciate that and not take advantage of it. So that's an example of the past. The second example from the past, other than like a professional standpoint, would be from a friendship life standpoint, is that people can't take advantage of you. There are people in your lives who are going to contact you and want to know your schedule and want to know what you're doing, and they want to be part of it, and they want to be part of planning, and they want to commit to everything. And then when it comes down to time to commit, they're going to be late, they're going to be not present, they're going to back out, they're going to be no-shows. And those people are people that you need to be aware of. Know your value, know your worth, and don't allow people to extort the energy from your body that you have to offer, which can provide so much good to other people, and to manipulate you into making them a priority when they don't make you a priority. The final example is probably the biggest one to me. 2 nails done. My family was complicated, to say the least. My biggest quote in life, sadly, is, if you don't expect anything, you'll never be disappointed. And that is from a lifetime of disappointment. I'll get back to this later. But from looking out the audience as a young kid and wanting to be a performer and seeing empty seats or seeing people not show up, or understanding from physical, verbal cues from very close family members and parents and people that you wanted to support and love you, that what you were doing wasn't a priority, can be devastating. And that's your past. Don't ever let a second go to waste, but understand that you cannot rely on other people's affirmation to make your talents valuable, to make who you are wonderful. And so it is our responsibility to not rely on our past, to define who we are in the present, and to establish who we're going to be in the future. And that's why this has been on my mind. So I want to share this to help you all, to provide you with an example. And as everything I do on my blog, it's a learning experience for me on how to take what I'm going through, express it verbally, and then I look back, hopefully just as many times as you do, if not more, and I learn from it all, and I take it and I apply it to my present and use it to carry me through to be a better person in the future. Do you like my holographic nails? So that's the past. Don't expect anything from anyone because you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. There will be people in your lives who will find their place and they will never let you down and they will show you the value of expectation. But until then, don't ever expect anything from anyone so you don't get disappointed. Rely on yourself for your own worth, for your own value. Everything else will fall into place. Let's go to step 2. This is living in the present. We covered the past, we're in the present. The thing that reoccurs in my mind is how time management, time worth, and making every second count can pay off. In your present, what matters is that you're showing your family, you're showing your friends, and you're showing people that they're important to you. That when you make plans, when you call them, when you schedule things, when you organize plans, when you have a plan and then you back out, fall asleep, oversleep, don't show up late, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour and a half later, or never show up at all, that time is money, time is value, time is love. Whenever we send a gift to people, a handwritten thank you note, we say, thank you so much for everything. And people think, I love that you took the time to write me that note. When you invite friends over for dinner, and no matter what you cook, simple or not, they say, wow, food was wonderful. I am so grateful for the time you spent cooking this meal. Time. When you take away from your normal busy schedule and someone's hurting, someone needs you, and you go and spend time with them, they say, like, I can't tell you how grateful I am that you took time out of your day to be with me. That leads to a place of such gratefulness and love, and it's really important. It's something that I need to work on. I love being fashionably late for events because that makes a better appearance, and that's a complete PR media move. But for work, interviews, auditions, commitments, scheduled shows, things that matter to other people that are not yourself, things where you're trying to express an interest, things that are important to someone else, late is not acceptable any longer. And you know what? I'm pointing like this. You know what I always say? One finger at you is 4 fingers back at me, so I'm learning. But we need to live in the present. And if you're coming to a job audition, a job interview late, you're not going to get chosen. If you're coming to an audition and you show up late, you're not going to get chosen most likely. If you're showing up to an interview and time management is not a priority, it's not looking so good for you. I'm going to tell you a couple of things that it means. Number 1, you don't care, so you're not there. Number 2, you don't pay attention to directions. You don't follow details correctly. Number 3, that you're just careless or stupid. And that's really, really sad because I don't know a lot of really stupid people. Maybe a couple, but not a lot. So you need to be in the present, and being in the present means you are in the present when you make a commitment, when you make a promise, when you have a schedule, when you have things, you go. A red carpet can be fashionably late, but your friendship and your love is on time every time. And that's what it means to live in the present. So we're moving on to the future, and that's something that's really been on my mind the last couple of weeks. I am working on jumping back into my fall schedule, which means I'm working on a couple of shows, which I'll tell you about later. I want to reveal those as we come along, but they require planning, they require organization, they require commitment, time, scheduling, conference calls, everything, because the future is bright and the future is important, and it's what keeps me alive. I work better walking into a building that's on fire and getting to work than I do having to light each log and get the fire burning, which is why I'm always late for red carpet events. I like to arrive whenever the fire's already in full blast instead of getting there and being the one required to get the party pumping. But at the same time, we're moving into the future. So I want to tell you the worst type of person, I want all of us to work on being better than. The person who commits to coming, the person who commits to being there, the person who buys tickets, the person who on a Friday night when they're drinking says, I'll be there for your really important softball game on Saturday morning. I'll be there for your charity walk on Saturday morning. I'll be there for your event that expresses your talent, your skill, your dancing, your show. I'll buy theater tickets to your matinee, and then they don't show up. Now, this is my biggest pet peeve. Like I said, going back to the past, from my family and my parents, many times in the past when I looked out in the audience, hoping to find their faces so that I would feel fulfilled in what I did. And the many times as a child that I looked out and was so disappointed from the faces that weren't there. And the incredible resilient part and the amazing part, but also the sad part, is that as a child I soon learned to stop looking for those faces, and I started looking for the people who were there, other people's parents, other people's family, other people's friends, and the people who did come, the people who said they were coming and they promised, and I learned to appreciate that. And that is part of real life, and that's what everyone has to do. But if you're the friend who commits all the time and says you're coming and you're going to be there and you're going to buy tickets, or you bought a ticket and then you didn't show up and you just got tired, or you overslept, or you're exhausted, or your life is so busy, or everything's so crazy, I want you to know, and I want all of you to know, who are good people, who appreciate and love the support, you're a wonderful, talented person, and if you're there for your friends, you're doing the right thing. For everyone else who lets people down constantly, you should be aware, and your friends should be aware, this is a narcissistic form of control and manipulation that people use to make you feel like you're important, but then to make you aware of where you fit into the scheme of things. And they may use excuses like, I'm busy, I was tired, something came up, my car, da 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 da. They will do these things to you. And if you're like me and you've grown up in a past where you've been abused and manipulated by this type of behavior, then when you see it in other people, you want the best, you give them every opportunity, and they still let you down. And they will, and those type of people you do not need in your life. There are people in my life who have never seen me perform on stage. They've never seen my talents, they've never seen my skills, and they think that we're good friends. And it's not about buying a ticket, and it's not about celebrating me, it's about the commitment of time. When you commit time to me, that means love. And that's how, I see things, from moment to moment. So that's my brief vlog that I want to do today. And I'm glad that you gave me just a minute to sit and listen, because I want you to know that my hair is getting messy. Maybe I should cover it up. People are going to take advantage of you. People are going to take advantage of your time. People are not going to appreciate you. Should I wear a hat? Nah, I look better without it. No, wait, maybe I have another one. People are going to treat you like you're not important, or like your time is not worth their skill. Nah, not worth it. Don't let anyone set your value based on how much time they commit on you. What you need to do is live your best life, look around, find the people who are with you moment to moment, minute by minute, and then you need to say to everyone else, you can do you, but for the rest of it, just watch me. That's my vlog for today, everyone. Love you all. I have something a little less serious and a little more fun coming soon. Hope you like my blonde hair. I'm going to be following up on everything else. I have a really fun vlog coming up next, so we're a little out of order. But I love you all, and thank you all for every second that you give to me. All right, that's how I see it. Bye for now.